Today I wanted to talk about why I think you need to be single in your 20s. Why I think you need to date everyone. Yeah, so let's get into it. I feel like this is something I've been thinking about, especially after 2024, because 2024 was my one actual year of being single, like the whole year. A little bit of background on me: I have been in relationships since I was 19. I was in two back-to-back relationships each 3 years, which means I was in a relationship from when I was 20 years old to 26. Bruh. That is a long ass time, okay? 2024 was really my first year being single in my 20s, and I kid you not, it was the best year of my life. 2024 was the best year of my entire life. I have never had so much fun. I've never felt so happy. It was a chaotic ass year, don't get me wrong. It was so chaotic. So much happened that year. But it is by far my favorite year of my life so far. And I'm pretty sure it's because I was single. In this video, I want to talk about why I think it's so important to be single in your 20s. First, I want to say, I'm not trying to tell anyone how to live. Obviously, if you feel like you have met your soulmate and this is the person you can spend your whole life with, oh my god, go for it. You're one of the lucky ones. Good for you. But also, if you don't know, you don't know. And that's fine too. And I think it's fair to yourself to give yourself time to really think about whether it's something you want or whether you want to live your life first. Because me also, being in a relationship for really 6 years, I won't ever say that I regret it, because if I didn't have that, I have nothing to compare 2024 to. I have nothing to compare my one single year to if I also didn't know what it was like to be in a relationship in your 20s. And this is why I say you need to be single in your 20s. Turning 20, we were just teenagers. We literally just stopped being teenagers. And did we know anything when we were teenagers? I didn't know anything when I was a teenager. I didn't even know what I wanted to study. Some people are just blessed and they know what they want to do with their life. Most of us, we don't know what we like. We don't know what we don't like. We don't know what we want to do. We're still figuring it out. We're still so young. Basically, we don't know who we are. And then suddenly we want to make such solid decisions, like what we want to do as a career, who we want to be with. That's crazy. That is crazy. And I think something I learned in 2024 is that I really had no idea what I liked in a man until I dated a bunch of people. And I don't want to make it seem like I was dating everyone, but I met a lot of people, and I think that was valuable, because after meeting so many different types of men, that's when you start to be able to really categorize them and really discern what you like, what you don't like in each type of man. I never really got to do that when I was younger. I feel like before, the way I went about it was I would start talking to one dude and then it was just tunnel vision. That's all I saw. Obviously you catch feelings, you're young, you don't know, and then somehow 3 years pass and then it ends and you're just like, what the fuck? What the fuck was that? If it was a good relationship, good for you. But for me, both times I realized that was not what I wanted in a man. If I had known better, if I had seen other things, I would never have chosen that for myself. Those were never the types of men that I wanted to be with. And I think I needed 2024 to realize that. After meeting so many different types of men, I realized, wow, the type of man that I want now is completely on the opposite spectrum of what those men were. And that's why I think when I went straight into those relationships, I never had a chance to really sit down and be like, well, is this a quality that I really like in you, or do I just not know better? I didn't know better. This is all I saw. This is all I saw. I feel like you can't live your life like that. You need to know who you are first, what you like, what you don't like, before making such a solid decision. Choosing to be in a relationship is a really solid decision that I don't think you should make lightly. I realize now, as I grow older, it's not enough to just like that person. You really need to like what they come with. I think you need to align with that person. But obviously, I didn't know what I liked. I didn't know who I was. Like I said in my last video, the person I am today is actually the most accurate representation of who I feel like. I like who I am today because I know what I like. I know what I don't like. I know what I like to surround myself with. And I think that's important when it comes to choosing someone for yourself as well. You can't know what you want for yourself until you know yourself. If I could give my younger self advice, it would be to have at least a year or two of being single in your 20s. I got to do it in 2024, but I always wish that I could have done it when I was younger as well, because I think I could have had so much more life. I could have lived so much more life when I was younger. But it's life. Things happen. We can't go back. Another reason I think you need to be single in your 20s is I feel like when you're in a relationship, it's so easy to just be so focused on the person you're with. Tunnel vision is a real thing. At least for me, when I was in a relationship, I almost never saw my friends. Like I almost neglected my friends. I stopped talking to them. It was just me and my relationship. That was so unhealthy because friendships, if you have good friendships in your life, those are forever. Friendships are so healing. Even if you have a really good significant other, you need friendships. There has to be some kind of balance. But I didn't know how to manage that very well. So I neglected my friends. And I think after I got out of a relationship is when I really was able to connect with my friends and strengthen those friendships. And it's the most fulfilling thing to like cultivate your friendships. Like I think if I did one good thing last year, it was to get close to all of my girls. Like when I think about them now, I don't know what I would do without them. Like those are my people. Those are the people that I lean on. That's my support system. I actually don't know what I would do without my girl friendships. If you are lucky enough like me to have the kinds of friends in your life, and also guy friends, I got really close to some of my guy friends and I don't know what I would do without them either. We all tell each other I love you. The most healing part of 2024 was the friendships that like grew. I always wish I could have realized that earlier on, because now like my friends are my most important people around me, especially when I was in Tokyo. Being so far from home, these are the people I confide in. These are the people that I trust. This was my community. 2024, I think for the most part was so healing because I got to spend so much time with my friends. I got to spend so much time being alone. Obviously I was, meeting men too, but I think dealing with everything together is why 2024 was so transformative for me, because I finally became the person that I think I am. The person I am today is because of 2024. These days I've been able to just cut out bullshit. If I feel like, oh, I've met someone like you before and I didn't like it, it didn't work out, I'm so quick to cut it off because it's like, I know, I already dealt with it. I'm not dealing with it again. And I feel like this is going into another topic, but a lot of people will be like, well, if you meet a lot of people, won't you get jaded? There's no way you won't get tired. There's no way you still have the same amount of love for the next person. And I used to think that, but that's really up to you. That's an attitude thing. When I meet someone new and they seem great, I have so much love for that person. Even with friendships, if a friendship doesn't work out, it's not like I have less love to give to another friendship. I still have so much love in my heart for the right person. Something I will say changed though is I feel like I'm a lot more secure now. If something doesn't work out, it was not meant to work out. It's not a me problem, it's not a their problem, it's just that we're not compatible. I'm not for you and you're not for me. I think that's a good outlook that I have now because I've dealt with so many people. There's nothing wrong with either of us. It's just together we're wrong. And that's why it didn't work out. And that's okay. Like that is okay. Such is life. Life goes on. It is what it is, right? I don't know why I wanted to talk about this, but I think about 2024 a lot and how it changed me as a person. And I don't want to tell people how to live, but I really think 2024 changed my life. And it's because I had the opportunity to spend it single. I feel like I thrived in 2024. Like I felt good about myself. I got to focus on myself. I was working out, I was seeing my friends, I was doing what I wanted all the time, which is kind of irresponsible, but I had fun. It was such a memorable year. I am who I am today because of it. And I just think if you have the opportunity to just consciously tell yourself, like, I'm young, I have a lot more life to live, I want to experience this, I want to experience that, I want to really spend time with my girls and stuff like that, I would do it. I would choose that over and over again. I'm gonna be 28 in like 3 months, and now I'm finally at a point where I'm like, I had my fun. Not that the next years won't be fun. It's gonna be fun. My life is gonna be fun regardless. But now I can more confidently say I know what I want. I know what I'm looking for. This is the type of person I want. This is the circle I want to be in. So I just want to say, be single in your 20s. Have fun. Experience things. Meet a lot of people. Cherish the people around you. And keep that same love within you for everyone. Yeah, I have nothing more to say about that. I just wanted to share a little bit of Chihiro wisdom. I hope it helps someone. Yeah. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.